What's up, you guys? Welcome to Blocked Content. This is a very special episode because today I'm here with Alex from Console Warriors. Say hi, Alex.
Wazza!
This guy is crazy. You sent me a message that you would like to discuss the new Nintendo Direct that happened, and I thought, what a cool way to actually approach me, hit me up on Twitter at Squared Things, and he was like, man, it'd be a good thing to sit and talk about this thing together. So it's a bit weird. We're both on a different part of the world, and we're very we're in different times. So you're sleepy for different reasons than I'm sleepy. I think.
Yeah. It's time zones are crazy, man. But they display the Nintendo Direct at the same time, no matter where you're at.
Exactly.
So let's go.
I think so. Let's go. Okay, so first, very nice impressions, man. We start off. Nintendo actually did these very cool skits in the Direct, which I thought were actually pretty funny. Them walking around in the studio, recording the green screen bits and stuff like that. What did you think of that whole element to the Direct?
Oh, I always love when they do stuff like that. It just gives them that very Nintendo vibe. You've seen Reggie do all sorts of these crazy things. He's like the face of Nintendo next to Miyamoto, pretty much. And you see like Robot Reggie, and here he's just going crazy like, who's touching my donuts? My body is not ready unless I get those sweet, sweet discs of sweetness.
You're pretty right there. Yeah, I also pretty much enjoy these segments. I thought they were a little less imaginative than they were before. In the big directs they always do crazy things like puppets and animation and stuff like that. But
it was
they did
very
a good job.
Very focused this time.
Exactly, and they are funny. I think they're funny. I think they know that they're funny. I think there's a fan base that really enjoys seeing these guys be sort of comedians to the gaming world, and I like that they acknowledge that themselves, right?
Oh yeah. They just fully embrace their inner Nintendo. Be weird, be different, don't follow the norm.
Exactly, be weird, be different, don't follow the norm. That should be like the new tagline.
Call me Nintendo. I'll work for money. Yes, definitely.
Call the
money,
Console Warriors guys. They know their stuff. So I'm just gonna talk about random things in a random order. Is that fine with you?
Oh, that's fine. Random. Let's go. It's like
okay. I'll choose a random thing. Let's talk about the new Pikmin game for the Nintendo 3DS.
Oh, the new Pikmin game. Yeah. I first saw it and I'm just like, oh, it's a Pikmin on the 3DS. Yeah.
Did you? Oh, you liked it.
Well, you see, I'm not that much into Pikmin, but I did get to play Pikmin 3 on my Wii U for some time. I really liked it, and I've always just wanted to be able to play Pikmin on the go.
So yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I really like Pikmin 3 as well. It was one of the first games that I picked up for the Wii U, and I was very happy playing it. It had a lot of charm. But then taking it on the go with you, I don't think would have been possible if you kept the normal gameplay, because there are just so many Pikmin, and they even had a lot of trouble with that, even on the GameCube. So on a handheld, I don't think you'll even be able to see like 100 different Pikmin. So having it transform into a 2D gameplay style, how do you feel about that?
It's very different. We've seen this before with the Chibi Robo Ziplash. A lot of people are comparing it to that.
We did as well in one of our videos.
Well, the thing is, I'd want to wait and see. I don't want to just jump on and feel negative emotions, because Chibi Robo Ziplash, it wasn't bad, but it just didn't live up to the legacy that Chibi Robo has. And I hope that they don't go exactly the same route with Pikmin, but we haven't seen much of it yet, and it looks promising from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think one of the very interesting parts about this new Pikmin game is that the setting of the game doesn't necessarily look like a weird planet to me, but it looks like some sort of like backyard or a house. And they always showed like a backyard in promotional imagery of Pikmin games to like relate it to us. But now it actually feels like we might be exploring, the real world, like Earth.
Oh yeah, it's always been implied that the Pikmin world is kind of a futuristic, eh, back to nature version of Earth. Although, what do they call it in Pikmin 3? PNF 404, something like
Something
that.
weird, yeah, exactly.
But it's always been heavily implied with the little treasures and everything that you find that you are on Earth.
Yeah, I hope to see more of that, right?
Yeah, now it looks like they're good, that since they're changing the style, trying to make it a good for a portable experience, that now they're might focus on more smaller, more minimalistic settings, like a backyard or inside the house. Something we've all kind of wanted to see in a Pikmin game for a while.
And I'm also very happy about like the style because to me it looks like it fits perfectly. Like this sort of, I don't even think you'll be able to control Olimar directly. I think you might be able to just tap with the stylus on the screen and he would walk that way. And it kind of has this Lemmings style gameplay where you just, you click a bunch of times, you watch how things play out, and they kind of solve the puzzle for you. Or do you think it will be, they said it will be action focused, but to me it kind of looked puzzle focused.
There's it looks like a mix between action and puzzle to me. I mean, I don't know if you'll be holding down on the touchscreen, if it'll be an entire touchscreen focused control scheme, like say Kirby. What was it? The Kirby game where you had 10 Kirbys, you touched the 3DS.
One of them was Canvas Curse and
Mass Attack.
Mass Attack was the one.
That was it. And I don't know if it'll be like that, or you control him with the left stick and you just tap on the screen to send Pikmin where you need to have them carry things to complete a bridge. I don't know. I don't think it'll be quite puzzle based, but it definitely has a lot of action with the enemies and whatnot.
Yeah, and to me, it kind of maybe feels like a prequel to the first Pikmin game. Like maybe these were the missions that Olimar was on before, or maybe during, or something like that. Because it feels like he hasn't met Louis, his companion, in this game. Like that's what it feels like to me. What are your thoughts on like the timeline of this game?
The Pikmin timeline, huh?
The Pikmin extended universe.
Well, if spoiler alert, if you played to the end of Pikmin 3, which I haven't, I had to look this up, you remember that they accidentally left Louis back on the Pikmin world at the end of the game when your little troop and Olimar blast off. So maybe this game takes place afterward, and that Olimar is sent on another mission to grab treasure and maybe look for Louis.
Oh, that's a very interesting idea. So it's kind of like saving the princess, but it's like saving Louis.
Although obviously you want to get as much treasure on the way, Louis is just kind of like a bonus objective.
It's all about that treasure. Exactly. Well, I think it looks interesting to me. I'm very curious what more trailers can reveal about the game, because I think there's a lot that they're not talking about, which is good. And yeah, what are your final thoughts on Pikmin?
I look forward to seeing more of it, and just give it a chance. I hear it's being developed by the same people that did Yoshi's New Island, which wasn't the best Yoshi game, but it did look very, very nice. The colors and. But
can we officially say that it was the worst Yoshi game though? I think so, right?
No,
there aren't many
not
Yoshi
the worst.
games.
There's not many Yoshi
games. Which Yoshi game was the worst then? I think that has to categorize as the worst because there are only like 5 or 6, right?
Tilt and Tumble.
Oh man, there was that one too. Yeah, I guess so. There were all these kind of like demo Yoshi games that they just shipped as complete games back then.
Yoshi Touch and Go.
Yoshi Touch and Go. I love that game. It was like the first game that I got from my original DS. Like you draw the clouds, right? Or something like that. You draw in the clouds, and that's like the pathway for Yoshi over like caverns.
I don't know how well it holds up, but speaking of Yoshi, let's move on to the new Poochie and Yarn Yoshi's Woolly World.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we even got the confirmation that Yoshi's Woolly World is actually coming to Nintendo 3DS, along with a new amiibo of the very cute dog Poochie. And what I think is really funny is that the game is called Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. So he's kind of being treated as a hero, as like a main character. I don't want to be too negative about this, Alex, but I don't care about this at all.
Yeah, it's very niche. I believe this is, unfortunately, a couple of these announcements for the Direct. They seem to be cutting the axe on the Wii U by porting the very, very good games over onto 3DS.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah, and this is no different. I mean, it includes every level from the original game, and they throw in some extra Poochie content to shake things up a little.
I think, though, it actually doesn't look that bad. They even got the motion blur in the background right and stuff like that. Of course, it can never look as good as the Wii U version, but I was surprised at how well it actually holds up. Even if Yoshi grows big, in one of the levels, in the footage it actually looks quite okay. And I thought it would get butchered by being on the Nintendo 3DS, but the system seems well fit to handle a game with this much textures and crazy things going on the screen. What did you think of like the visual look of the game?
Oh, I think it looked very nice. It obviously not as good as the Wii U, but it'll do. I'm not against hating on how it'll turn out and it being on 3DS. I mean, it'll be fine. It's there for those that want to have Yarn Yoshi on the go, or they just don't have a Wii U. It's for those people. But I have the definitive Wii U version. I'm just gonna stick with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. I have to be honest. I haven't played Yoshi's Woolly World aside from on events. I don't own the game. That's because I think that it might be a little bit too easy or something like that. So I like a bit of challenges in my platformers. And seeing those Poochie minigames makes me a bit scared because they're doing everything in this new version to make it even easier. Add companions to Yoshi, add wings to Yoshi, give Poochie minigames where you only jump. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, Yoshi games inherently aren't that hard. Difficulty is not the point of the game. And a lot of that stuff, I'm sure, is just optional. It's there for lesser experienced players and to kind of shake things up, have a different kind of play style. What Yoshi games are really about is exploration, finding all of those collectibles, replaying the levels over and over. And they do ramp up in difficulty near the end of the game a little bit. That last world always gets me. It's just always so hard to find all those collectibles. And I just recently finally beaten the game after putting it off for so long. It's all about exploration.
So do you recommend the game? Should I check it out before it's headed to 3DS?
I would say that you should probably go for the 3DS version.
Okay.
If you don't already have the Wii U version. That way you can have it on the go. It'll be a lot easier. I mean, if you already had the Wii U version, I would not recommend it because for you to get the 3DS version.
Yeah, exactly, because there's a new thing coming out with new content. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Wii U is probably the definitive version, but if you have the opportunity, go for the 3DS. All the
awesome. Way. Yeah, I think they do have a franchise potential with Yoshi's Woolly World. I think we might even expect an NX Yoshi's Woolly World sequel, something like that. So to me, it's very interesting. They nailed a lot of things with this style. They nailed a lot of things with winning people back after Yoshi games that were sort of lesser received. So I'm curious, do you think there's a future within this franchise, like the actual Woolly World franchise?
Oh, definitely. They could have just let this die, but they had to port to 3DS. They got the Poochie Amiibos, and according to Nintendo, there will be a series of these little shorts starring Yarn Yoshi and a little Poochie in kind of a real world environment, kind of like the Pikmin shorts.
Oh, I would love to see that, man. They already, the preview looked so cute, I can't contain my squeal, it's like, oh my gosh, Yoshi!
I just want all the Yarn Yoshis. Just
Yeah.
have a Yarn Yoshi rainbow. But
Exactly, and every enemy and every boss, I just want every plush toy that they make. I just need it in my house.
yes.
So
Yes,
overall, we're positive about this then, right?
yes, it's for those that want it. If you don't want it, then don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. That's right. Well, talking about not worrying about things, very good segue. There was also some Street Pass information in the Direct, things that I don't really care that much about. I liked Street Pass on the 3DS in the original days, in like when the very first, it still felt fresh and new. But after like a year or two, you really don't collect coins anymore. You don't really, you don't really come back to those puzzles. At least for me,
I do.
You do?
I do. I am a Street Passaholic. The thing is, where I live, though, I don't come across many people, but I do carry my 3DS with me. I do earn the play coins, and I try to go to places where I can get hits. And in this Nintendo Direct, they announced that they were bumping up the Street Pass cap count from 10 all the way up to 100 hits. And I'm just like, finally!
So you were the one guy that was waiting for this.
Well, not so much waiting, as it was a very nice surprise.
Nice.
I do enjoy the Street Pass. I mean, it's not my main focus, but it's a very good time killer when it happens.
Very cool. Yeah, I did like the look of the games. I did like the idea that the games play a little bit faster now, and they are not that time consuming, so they're like small bite-sized experiences. I like that. I like the idea that they're just making new stuff constantly. So they do support people like you who have not gotten tired of that concept. And I do like the concept. And I think that maybe there's a future for something like Street Pass minigames on NX. Is there a future for something like that?
Maybe. It's a very experimental thing. Nintendo experiments with it, and it works. It's very niche, though. It's for people that like having interacting with people like that. You get some content. I'm not always crazy about some of the Street Pass content in some of the games, but it's there for those that want it. I definitely want it, and I was just very, very happy that they offered one of the new games for free.
Nice. Well,
did you pick one up, or?
Not yet. I still am, not an avid player of these little games. But I think I might have to go back because there's a lot of new content since then. And, having more people in your system can only mean good things, right?
Right. And you have to pay for most of them. I only paid for the first set, and then I got the free game.
Exactly.
But just from that, I get a lot out of it.
So let's talk about something very cool, the new Legend of Zelda Amiibo, because that was one of my favorite announcements of this whole Direct. We actually are getting new Amiibo specifically made for the Legend of Zelda franchise, which are Adult Link from Ocarina of Time. We get the 8-bit Link from the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. We get Wind Waker Link with the Wind Waker, and we get Toon Zelda, I think she's officially called, from Wind Waker. So we get 4 Amiibo specifically for the Legend of Zelda franchise. 3 of them are Link, but whatever. They look awesome, right?
Oh, definitely. I am definitely getting that 8-bit Link. I have the 8-bit Mario, and it just looks fantastic. The others I might pass up on, since functionally they're all pretty much the same in most of the games. But it would be really cool if Zelda for Wii U, Breath of the Wild, that they each had something different to do, like the Wolf Link Amiibo.
Yeah, I think that they might actually give Link new costumes. People rumored that maybe the 8-bit Link will turn Link into 8-bit, kind of like what they're doing with Metal Gear Solid, where you're like old school Snake, or they even do it in the new Tomb Raider game, where you're like the PlayStation 1 version of Lara Croft. I don't necessarily think they will go that way, but I think that they might unlock new outfits. for Link, because the whole game is centered around this customization, blocked content. We have had a lot of time with that game, and yeah, the inventory is ripe for all these cool Amiibo functionality things. And basically how Amiibo work in that game is you have a specific menu option for Amiibo, and when you click on that option, it's actually in the same window as all these special abilities.
The runes.
Yeah, exactly.
The runes is what you're talking about,
as your runes.
Like the remote bomb, magnesis. What was the other one?
The stasis one. Yep. And
yes.
It's actually in this very same menu. And if you tap Amiibo, then you have the chance to click the character in, and something happens. In Wolf Link's case, it means you get a wolf companion. Will it mean something big? I'm not sure, but they are the Legend of Zelda specific Amiibo. So maybe something crazy will happen with these things. And for the record, I need me that Link from Ocarina of Time. That looks so cool. And I think it's just cool that they keep going back to that game in the series, right? Because it kickstarted so much in that Zelda universe that we know and love right now. But yeah, what Amiibo are you at this moment missing, like in your collection? What would you be happy that they made an Amiibo for?
Oh, my Amiibo collection, I don't quite collect all that many, but I do get the characters I want.
Nice.
I have a couple from the Smash Brothers series, of course, Sonic, Mega Man, Pac-Man, and my beloved Luigi Amiibo.
Nice. So you have all the third-party guys.
Oh, of course. Why would you not get all the third-party guys? They're having three parties in one game.
3 parties in one game. So is there a character that you miss in that set that you want, like that you need Nintendo to make?
Oh, no, I'm happy when they come out. I don't have much of a use for Amiibo besides just looking cool. I mean, Amiibo have just kind of been kind of stagnant. They look cool, but they don't do much.
Yeah.
Is their main problem. I mean, you have a few games like Mario and Luigi Paper Jam where you use it for a card system. It's completely optional, but it's really cool and kind of goes in depth. And you have something like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker where you play a hide and seek minigame.
Exactly. Yeah, they can range from they're not doing anything at all to holy shit, this changes the game. But yeah, it's good that they are making these Legend of Zelda Amiibo. I hope that at some point they might do Metroid Amiibo. That would look very cool. Maybe Samus, a little bit of Ridley going.
Well, considering how Nintendo has been treating their Metroid properties,
maybe we'll get Federation Force Amiibo. Maybe we'll
we're
get
more
Federation
likely
Soldier.
We're more likely to get that than Ridley.
Yeah, I suppose so. Ridley is too big to be an Amiibo. Okay, so let's talk about something that was a little bit disappointing, to me at least. This is Super Mario Maker, and it's coming to Nintendo 3DS. And we made fun of this in one of our videos because it's coming with everything that you love, except the only thing that the game was good for: online. You know, sharing your stages with the world, or if you're not creative at all, just getting stages from all over the world and playing them. I am baffled.
You left something out. They removed the single most important aspect that made the entire game for me.
Oh, you mean the costumes?
Yes, the ability to play as Sonic the Hedgehog in a Mario game.
Yeah, that was something else. That will stay exclusive to the Wii U version, is what they said.
Yeah, and plus I doubt that, since the 3DS hardware really limits just how big and crazy you can go, so they had to cut a lot out to make it make it run okay on portable console.
Yeah, to me it's weird because a lot of these games look like they could be easily ported, right? But they do a lot with that system that with the games that makes the sprite skew, and it needs some more horsepower. So I'm excited that it's on a 3DS. I like that, but not having online. I mean, what are they thinking?
Exactly. Why would you remove one of the biggest aspects of the game? You still have Street Pass, although I'm not too crazy about how it works in this game. That's how you exchange levels on the 3DS version, which, why would you even make levels if you cannot share them with the world?
I don't know. I
Other
think this
than
is a
your own
good
enjoyment.
version. I think this version is made for the people who have a Nintendo 2DS, you know, for like little kids that want to experience this game but their parents are not buying them a Wii U. It feels like that, doesn't it?
A little bit, yes. It'll be there for the people that don't have a Wii U. I originally thought that this was coming out on 3DS when the first photos of the displays were leaked back at E3. Well, a couple years back, but yeah, this is another way that they're letting us know that the Wii U is dying.
The Wii U is ending, yeah.
Yes, they're just gonna put Paper Mario and Zelda and move on to NX. They're getting their few very good games and gonna ahead and put it on 3DS for those that will move on to NX and skip the Wii U entirely.
Yeah, sad stuff. So maybe let's talk then about a game that's kind of original, kind of not original, because it's Mario Sports Superstars, which is a 3DS game coming in the spring of 2017. And this game is sort of a mashup between different sports games, and I think personally this is a very poor marketing decision. I mean, we have all of these very cool franchises, you know, the Mario baseball thing, we have Mario Golf.
Super Sluggers,
Exactly.
Mario Golf.
Mario Power Tennis.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think it's kind of cool that they're mashing them all together into this one game, so you don't have to, like, buy 5 of them. It might take away from the experience, because you might not be able to have such an in-depth game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Since it's a compilation and not just focused on the one individual sport. Although, if you notice, they didn't include kart racing, but they did put horses. No
They
Mario
did
Kart.
include horse racing. I thought horse racing was the weirdest choice in the world to add to this. It was like, okay, so we have golf, you know, we have soccer, we have tennis. Oh, by the way, we have horse racing. What?
Is this a Mario sports game, or is this another Mario and Sonic at the Olympics?
Without Sonic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it felt a bit weird to me. Even like the idea that people would buy this game to have this package with a lot of sports, which is really cool though. But it's like you said, I think we can expect a lot more, casualization of this series, a lot less in-depth stuff. Even if the soccer game now has 11 against 11, which is really cool, it kind of looks bland. I don't think there will be any super moves in there. I don't think the tennis might be the exact same as the Wii U game that we got that was horrible. I just think that they're just cramming things in there to cram things in there and not necessarily make the best version of it. I think they should have waited to do a Mario Sports compilation game for the next console or on Wii U, because it kind of feels like a Wii Sports kind of thing. And you want to experience that kind of stuff in your living room with your friends, to me at least.
Well, Mario sports games have always felt like fluff to me. They just seem to be there to fill that gap in between the great platformers and other games. I'm not too crazy about their sports titles, but this looks harmless, pretty much. It'll be there if you want it, and if you don't care for it like I do, wah.
Very close to this. That was a nice Waluigi impression, by the way. Very close to this, actually, is the new Mario Party game, Star Rush. I can see that you are very excited about this game. Can you tell me why?
If only just because I get a Waluigi amiibo out of it.
That's right. Yeah, we do.
I honestly, it looks fine. I actually have a sour history with Mario Party titles that I will not go into on this video.
Everyone has. I think everyone has lost at least 6 stars in a weird gamble, right?
Well, not just that. It's the fact that I keep ending up getting it. Somebody will give it to me whenever I got a new system. They would give me a Mario Party game, and that's not the first game I want when I get a new console.
Yeah.
For my Game Boy Advance, I got Super Mario Party Advance. Wah. It For my Nintendo GameCube, Mario Party 7. Ugh. For my Nintendo DS, Mario Party DS.
So I think that we are pretty much straight white males because we're now disappointed by the fact that we get free games from people. That can only happen in this world. Anyway, it's of course Mario Party Star Rush has a few new gameplay game modes actually, and one of them is this Toad Scramble game mode, and we've seen a lot about this. It's mostly you play as a Toad character, but you find allies along the way that can help you fight bosses, and I think that's very cool. That looks like an awesome game mode that I wanted in every Mario Party game.
Well, yes, I believe I've heard that is the main mode, which is quite odd considering Mario Party's history of you being able to play as the other characters. But I do like the mechanics of it, but being only Toads, Nintendo, it's Color Splash and Sticker Star. Everyone's going to be complaining about these Toads, you better believe it.
I don't think so. I think this is an exception to the rule because you collect these party members along the way and you get to play as these characters. So it's not necessarily the Toads that you get to play as the whole time. I think you get to switch between these characters in the minigames.
I believe so too. I haven't watched too much of the footage, but yes, the other characters are definitely there. So it's not all Toads all the time. Same Toad time, same Toad channel.
Same Toad plays, yeah. Yeah, I like how they're switching up the formula, and I think it looks, graphically, it looks very good on this system. It's very vibrant, it's very cute, and I think they're going closer to that Super Mario 3D land and world look and feel of the Paper Mario series, or the Mario Party series, so I'm very happy about that fact.
Graphically, it looks fine. Gameplay-wise, they seem to have removed most of the weighting, which was a problem I had with the Mario Party franchise. But, like I said, not a big Mario Party guy.
Yeah, I am waiting for that Boo Amiibo, because the Boo Amiibo looks awesome, and it glows in the dark even, so I think that's going to end up being the one that I take away from the new wave of Amiibo.
Mario!
No, Mario! Mario!
No.
We do good Luigi's. Okay, so there's not much to talk about. There's Pokemon, the new Pokemon game. Are you excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon?
It's a new Pokemon game. I'm sure I'll pick it up if I have the time for it, but it's a new Pokemon game. Go nuts, everyone.
I think I'm a little bit more excited about this than you are, because they're doing so much to improve what Pokemon is. They're doing so much cool new things with this game, like new forms of Pokemon, but also just the general idea of the game. There are no gym battles anymore, but it's just one big adventure. And the new things that were announced actually in the Direct were an Alolan Rattata and special Z moves. And there was this Snorlax special move that looked cute and cool. I like that, but yeah, other than that, not that much new info on Pokemon Sun and Moon, but later on we of course got a very exciting trailer that we at Block Content did a discussion about, which included some new crazy Pokemon and the idea that the games are now set 12 hours apart from each other. So I think that for you, I think you should check this game out when it launches. I think you should dive into this game because there's so much, that reinvigorates this franchise with this game. And even I have my last Pokemon game, I think was Pokemon, I have to be honest, I think it was Pokemon Ruby. So it was a long, long time ago. And I followed the Pokemon news. All of my friends play the games and I love everything about it. I still watch the anime, but I just haven't played any of the new games. And I think that if I jump into this game now, I'm just going to be blown away, right?
Oh, yes, definitely. My Pokemon history is quite a bit different. My parents would not let me watch the anime growing up and wouldn't let me have any of the games or anything. In fact, I didn't get into it until the release of Pokemon Black and White. Picked up my copy of Black, liked it, and then kind of picked up every new generation since then. I recently played through Omega Ruby.
Nice.
So
is that your favorite game so far?
Well, it's most innovative so far. Although I kind of liked X a little bit more for some of the aspects, like you being able to customize how your trainer looked.
Yeah, I like that about it as well. I think that they are doing a lot about that in the new Sun and Moon games, where you can not only just choose your gender, but of course also how that gender looks and your outfit. I think you can customize that along the way. So that's got to make you happy.
I can finally be a blonde Pokemon trainer.
Nice, man. So let's talk about other Pokemon trainers. The Yokai Watch. I don't want to talk about this because I don't care about this. Do you have any thoughts?
It's yokai. If you like it, go for it. But some of it's just a little too weird, even for me.
It's just weird, right? I don't get the appeal that much because it feels like Japanese culture of the game, and also it's Pokemon basically, right?
It does quite a bit different than Pokemon and how it works. I've seen some episodes of the anime, and it's very, very odd. And I kind of like what they do with it sometimes, but it's there for the people. If you're a fan of the franchise, I say go for it. For me, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one as well. I'll keep a close eye on the Yokai Watch franchise. For now, to me, it's a little too weird. It's a little too out there, and we have Pokemon Sun and Moon coming, so I don't think anyone will bother with Yokai Watch. I don't think so.
Well, except for the fans. You ghosts with blue lips.
Are you ready for the bonus round?
The bonus round?
The bonus round is where I'm going to name a few things, and you get to choose 3 words to describe how you feel about them, okay?
All right. Let's do this! Blast through with sonic speed!
Bonus round. Picross 3D round 2. That counts as 1 word.
It's okay.
Nice job. Animal Crossing New Leaf update with Amiibo cards and mini direct coming.
I can't return.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. So, Tank Troopers reportedly coming on 3DS this winter.
Bing bang boom.
Okay. Rhythm Paradise Megamix demo arrives in Europe today.
Europeans dance the... Dang it.
You lost the game. Also, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse and the 7th Dragon 3 code VFD confirmed. Whatever. I don't care about this.
That was going to be my 3 words. I don't care.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is out on the Wii Shop.
I have it on Wii. Since that announcement, I've dedicated myself to going back to try and actually finish the game.
And if you had to choose 3 words about how excited or unexcited you are?
Got it already.
Nice. All right, I think that about wraps up our thoughts on the new Nintendo Direct. I want to thank you for being awesome.
Glad to be awesome.
Well, and that was everything on the new Nintendo Direct. And for more on gaming news and everything that's awesome, check out Blocked Content. You can also follow us at Square Things on Twitter and Facebook. And please hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. Let's do things together. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.